Hey guys, I'll Imagine here. So today, we're taking a look at the FineMax Noah. Now this is a completely unscripted, user-based review that I'll be posting. So, this is the dongle. Now it is 4K compatible for my pre-production units, but it will be 8K compatible according to FineMax from what they've told me. Rubber base, pretty nice. I already took the seal off. So yeah, that's that. Now for the mouse, so we're gonna get straight into the review. So this mouse is a 49-gram mouse, and it is made of full magnesium alloy, and it is a high percentage magnesium alloy, according to FineMax. Now, it does feel very, very solid. Like the chassis is just no creaking, no nothing. The base, however, because it is plastic, so it kind of flexes a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. And realistically, they're never going to put pressure here anyway. My unit did come in at 50 grams with the full size skates, and with the dot skates, it did come in at 49 grams. So, for that part, it is true. It stays true. The side buttons are really nice. No pre-travel, almost very little pre-travel. A bit more post-travel though. It does push in. It's not like a solid bottom mount, which I do prefer if it was more solid. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't feel cheap. The placement is okay, but I feel like if the bit buttons were a little bit bigger, it would feel a little bit better for different grip styles. Now for the scroll wheel, very nice and tactile, crisp, light clicks. The Akitsu was stiff, but this is perfectly fine. Now for the left and right mouse buttons, I don't know if you can see, the pre-travel is there, but it's not really bad. Like it's perfectly fine. And then once a click activates, and then there's a little bit more of a pre-travel. Same with the right mouse button, obviously, and the post travel is perfectly fine. It doesn't feel bad. It feels like the clicks feel more bouncy in a way. It doesn't feel super like snappy or spammable specifically. It's more like a bouncy feeling, like yeah, but it doesn't feel mushy or anything. Really nice clicks. Oh, just to mention also, my unit comes with the Huano Blue Shell pink dot switches for the pre-production units, but the production units will use the Dragon Claws found in the Akitsu. Now, talking about the software and the performance, personally for me, I don't have the necessary tools to do full-on testing, like latency testing, but I personally, from what I can feel with my Viper Mini Signature Edition, my Akitsu and other like 4K gaming mouse, this performs just as good. There was no input delays, there was no issues, nothing like that. So yeah, overall a pretty great mouse. Now the price will come in at around 160 US dollars. This will come with a arm sleeve and a mouse pad, which I will show you in a bit. Overall, the stock skates on these were very mid-tier. I don't know if they'll be changing them, but the stock skates were they felt a bit hard, like it would last on a glass pad, but they just didn't glide nice. Wasn't a very fast skate, but it wasn't a slow skate. It was just a very mid-tier skate, to be honest. DPI button on off, obviously. Battery usage, I had a full charge when it came in the box, and I used it for about a week, with about 2 hours on off, and it's still working perfectly fine. Now I don't know about the battery percentage, but yeah. So yeah, it's a very thick magnesium chassis. It feels super sturdy, kind of like the Funnel mouse that we know. The WL mouse, for example, just feels a little bit more like creaky, to me at least. And yeah, so overall, I do really like the FineMax Noah. I think the design is very classic. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention is the coating of the mouse. The coating of the mouse is like how you would expect it to be. It's like a painted magnesium feel, very similar to a Funnel mouse, I would say, like the Funnel mouse Poseidon, specifically if you have that. But this is more like a metallic-y feeling grip, and yeah, it's really nice. Not anodized. And the holes provide, like the coating itself isn't very grippy, but the hexagons do make the mouse much grippier. And the final thing that I wanted to mention is the shape. Now the shape of the mouse is actually, I'd say, very similar to a Zowie FK2DW, is the closest thing I could describe it. Now it was inspired by the Sensei 10, according to FineMax, which is a wide gaming mouse by SteelSeries. Personally, I haven't tried the mouse. I haven't even heard of the mouse when I knew about this one, but it's a more unique shape. I don't think the market has very much of the shape, well, on the market. And yeah, it's a great addition, I'd say, to the lineup of mice we have seen in the recent times. It's pretty beautiful, very unique design aspect. The honeycombs don't feel awkward at all. I feel like sometimes FineMax honeycombs and some bigger holes would feel, irritating to use, but this one's perfectly fine. That is my review on the mouse itself. So let's talk about the mouse pad. So this is the mouse pad. It is made by NK, which is Night Kids. And this is the blue Morpho. I honestly don't know what this means, but it comes in like a tube, like this paper tube. So we're just gonna open it from here. And yeah, looking specifically at the pad, it is a 420 by 420 by 4 pad. Now it is a speed surface pad. By no means is it very fast. I think compared to something like a Raiden, which I have underneath here, or even a Neptune Pro by LGG, it's not as fast, but definitely is fast. Actually, you know what? I would say it's pretty similar to the Raiden. Very soft material. I'd say it's about the same kind of stiffness as the Raiden, in a nice blue color. It is a very fine surface. The stitching feels like a Raiden, honestly. It's more on the smoother side of things. Stitching is pretty nice. Now, I'm kind of surprised how flat it is without being flat packed. And I think overall it doesn't feel like a shit quality pad. It's not a perfect, speed pad, but I think it definitely gets you along. Like if you have a more like a desk mat or something, you don't need to switch or buy an external mouse pad. I think this is perfectly fine. And if we see the base here, it is this sort of texture. Now, I've reviewed 2 mouse pads already. Actually, no, 1 I've reviewed, and I have another mouse pad that's the same base. So obviously, Nice Kids would be the manufacturer of this base. Very nice and sticky. Well, not sticky. It doesn't slip, and it's perfectly fine for use. And yeah, the eye sleeve, or what they call is the eye sleeve, just a gaming sleeve. I don't have. They didn't send me. The mouse does come with 33.95 sensors. Anyway, that's it for this review. If you did enjoy it, likes and retweets are appreciated. Thank you.